Hi, it's Megan. I have in front of me that Kat Von D Saint palette. I know this palette's been out for like forever, but it's one I use a lot and I really like, and I just decided to do a review for it because I was playing around with it on Valentine's Day and was like, wow, I really love this, so I'll just do a review. It has 8 shades and a pencil, and just to compare sides, it's going to be really hard to balance, but especially with the mirrors. This is a naked, let's do it like this, versus the Kat Von D. So you can see there's some similarity, but also a lot of difference. Like the darker shades are super different. This palette is super soft, so I didn't clean mine off just so you could see the powder. You can see how powdery it is. It's a soft formula. Soft formulas are more blendable, but they're also more powdery, so I'm fine with how smooth and creamy they are and soft. I like the blendability, and I also really like the range of shadows. I think they veer kind of between the warmer and more neutral and cooler shades, which is always nice. And I did a cooler kind of look on my eyes just because I'd done golds on Valentine's Day, and I figured I'll just do something totally different. So you can see that video, you can see what I did with the golds. It also has a mini, what's it called, a Puro Amor black autograph pencil eyeliner, which is like a matte black, and it's a soft pencil. I really like these pencils. They're not super long wearing on me. I have watery eyes. I did it on the upper lash line because that's where I like to do it, and I get a little tiny bit of bleeding, but not a lot. I like it to bleed down because when I put a lot of stuff on my lower lash area, I tend to look really hard. So if it just bleeds and is super soft, I like it better. This bleeds some. And it's a solid quality pencil. I really like the matte black, and I like the pencil. I like the soft ones. But what I really like about these are the colors. So I, like everyone, said, oh God, do I really need another neutral palette? And I finally decided I did, and I'll show you what I like about them. So Heavens is a pearlized vanilla. This is kind of a cool to neutral. The vanilla adds a warm touch to it, but I think with kind of the amount of shimmer and the fact that they pearlized it, is that what they called it? Yeah, pearlized vanilla. I think it's a little cooler. And I did not wear that, oh actually I did wear that shade. I put that shade right here under the brow bone, and it can also be used as a highlighter. Just like this. It's a super shimmery palette, it's a super shimmery shade. I like super shimmery. I like super soft and creamy and blendable. Not everyone does. Pearlized Buttercreams is Enjoy the Silence, and you can see this one bunching up. And that again is, it's a little warm neutral. I don't think these are super warm or super cool. There's a warmer undertone, but then when you add kind of that pearlized texture to it, it looks a little cooler on me with my skin tone. The next one is 3 or Heart, I don't know. It doesn't read right. Soft Pink with Sparkle. And this is the lightest Barely There shade. It's going to be hard to see. And I'll do swatches of these outside so you can see them in the light and see how shimmery they are. This I put in the inner part of my eye, just with a brush, and then on the inner part of my lower lash. And that's a cool shade, but it's a pink that works on me because it's so light, and again, super shimmery. The next one is Downtown, a pearlized champagne. And that has kind of a reddish rose gold undertone to it, in my opinion. And again, these are kind of neutral to cool. In part, anytime I get something that's really metallic or shimmery, it tends to look cool on me. So this is kind of a pinky look to it. The gold that I used, pearlized gold, pearlized gold, Sunny, is my favorite shade in the whole palette. It's a very soft, I put it right there, it's a very soft gold. And something that's like, got a little bit of a brownish undertone to it, it's warm tone. Sometimes things that are too gold can be a little hard on me. This one's just soft enough with a little bit of an undertone that it works great. Did not do it today, it's on my video. The next one is Bookworm, a pearlized brown, and this is a cool brown tone. And I did that kind of on the in the middle of my lid, and then a little bit underlined. Mixed in with Bookworm, a pearlized, oh, Pray For Me was the last one, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. That right there is Pray For Me, a pearlized taupe. And that's right there. It's kind of a cool toned taupey brown. A little bit darker than I usually typically think of taupe as, but... And I did that with a brush, right kind of in the middle part of my lid. And what Kat Von D does in a lot of her makeup videos that I've seen on YouTube is she graduates from lighter shades all the way through to the outer part of her eye, and then she really blends them together, and her shades are soft and blendable, so that works really great. Doesn't work so great on me only because I have way too much space here and it just looks too busy, but that doesn't mean it won't work on most, and that's not a great way to do it. It's just not what I do. The next one is Bookworm, a pearlized brown, and this is hard to tell. This is, I think, not quite as pigmented as I'd like, but it's hard to tell sometimes between the two of these, but you can see a real difference in the undertone. So they're not really that different in how dark they are, it's just the undertone. This is a much redder undertone. And I did that under my eyes and then in the outer crease. And you can see how soft that is. I just kind of blotted it on, and the shadows are soft enough that you can get that kind of a really almost not there impact if you want it. And the last shade is the only matte, and this is Caravaggio, a dark matte brown. And this is probably the least pigmented of the bunch. It looks, I don't know, watery is the word I would pick, but that's probably not the right word. It looks faded, I guess, is a better way of saying it. But when I wet it, I use it as an upper eyeliner. When I wet it, I get a lot more pigmentation out of it. So if you want the really dark brown, like for a liner or something, it's great once you wet it. And you can see how powdery, again, this is. It comes with a mirror as well. And then this cute little, and it's $36. But I just think it's a fun, really, it's like a neutral thing with a twist because there's so much shimmer in it. I don't use it every day because I don't always like that much shimmer, but I really like the kind of fairy dust aspect of it and how the shimmer that it does have is more on the eye opening, eye brightening, especially since there are a lot of lighter shades in this palette, which I tend to use up the fastest, as opposed to just kind of like glittery, chunky finish. So that's just my quick same palette. I know it's been out forever, but it's something I like and use a lot and have just started reusing again. So I wanted to do a video on it. Please subscribe on YouTube if you have comments or suggestions on what videos I should do, or on this particular palette, or if I should do a look on this palette besides the one I've got on right now, like maybe a smoky brown eye. I'd love to hear that. I also have a novel on YouTube called Masks, which I'm putting on chapter by chapter, and it's about masks and makeup. And that's it. Thanks.